Welcome back, everyone. Going into the second hour here of RollPlay Swan Song. Adam, what's up?
So you call this number. Where are you when you do this? Are you calling like with any other crew members around, or are you just ringing them up?
I guess I'm just ringing them up.
Okay.
I'm blanking. I'm calling these guys to get us to sneak in, right? Or to help us smuggle.
To help us smuggle our contraband, which is Alfarius and Piani, through the Oninsa Libre security checkpoint.
Now, Oninsa Libre are the guerrillas that are like fighting the government.
Purity Initiative.
Purity Initiative for the government. Yeah.
Smuggle and through.
I'm retweeting some Alfarius artwork, but this is pretty incredible.
Awesome.
Nice. I'll check it out here in a sec. And who am I calling again? How do I know this person?
You don't know yet.
Okay.
You just they gave you the last time you were on the planet. Someone gave you a contact number, and they were like, "If you're ever on Oninsa again, call this number."
Okay, I called.
Need our help. Okay. All right. So it rings. An automated like answering service answers, speaks for a little while in Spanish, which I don't think Higgs, you don't understand Spanish.
Don't believe I do.
And then there's like a click of a connection. It rings a couple more times. There's a separate message, and it links you through a few separate numbers before it clicks on, and a man's voice says, again, something kind of. He sounds annoyed and maybe a little frightened when he answers. But again, he says in Spanish, whatever it is that he was saying.
Bienvenido a homestarrunner.com. ¿Conoces a Miguel? Sí, somos buenos amigos.
So what do you say? You actually have a real person.
I want to answer in Spanish, but Higgs wouldn't know any Spanish.
Okay.
Aloha? Hello? Do you speak English?
Yes, I do. Who is this? How did you get this number?
I'm a friend of a friend.
That's not going to be specific enough to keep me on the line. You better do better than that.
Do I know the person that gave me this number?
His name was Raul. I have his last name on the list. Hang on.
Okay. Well, I just say, Raul gave me the number, sir.
The person who gave you this number, their name is, yes, Raul Valdez.
Mr. Valdez.
So there's a pause, and he says, well, I have bad news for you, friend.
He's dead.
Raul Valdez is dead.
I don't care. I still need to talk to you about perhaps the import-export business that you may run.
This is a secure line. You can be confident no one is listening in.
I understand, wink, wink. So what type of business do you run?
He says, I don't know what Raul told you, but we're a resistance movement. We're guerrillas. Why? Who is this? Who am I speaking to?
Call me Mr. Johnson.
Dick Johnson.
All right, Senor Johnson.
Mister, I do not know who Senor Johnson is.
I still don't understand what it is that I can do for you.
I need to smuggle a man off of your planet, and I was told you're the right man for the job.
This is something that in the past we have done, yes?
Well, would you like to do it again?
Perhaps. Are you willing to pay for it?
Of course. What's the cost?
It depends. Tell me more about this situation.
I tell him, without any names, I tell him about the situation. So I don't use any names, just like the person's title and how we're getting them off and things like that.
Okay, so you're saying I have to. Tell me with the details filed off, because I want to know what he knows so that I can tell you how he reacts.
I tell him like what we're doing on the ship. I tell him the person's title that we're taking from the planet, what we have available on the ship to help with this, but I don't say that we're taking him back to the Galaxy. It's Galaxy, right? System. That's where we got taken back to.
Yes, yeah, that's where.
Yeah, or the fact that we're working for the Syndicate. Which it's the Syndicate, right? I'm blanking on a lot of the stuff.
Yeah.
So I don't
that's why
mention
you're
that.
doing
I keep all those names to myself.
That's fine.
I just give them kind of the details of what we
Sure.
already have set up in the plan.
Okay, so let me get this straight. Then you need to get a crew involving contraband individuals onto the surface of the planet, kidnap an exemplar, and then get out with that person.
Yeah, you make it sound so easy.
Well, getting in and out, that can be done. It's costly and complicated, but kidnapping an exemplar, that will raise flags. And besides, why kidnap this person?
That's what I was told to do. Just doing the job.
Fine, that makes sense. It doesn't matter. If you can pay, we can help you, but I'm going to send you... I need a data connection. And he, sends you, your comm, pings for a request for connection.
Unfortunately, sir, I cannot make that connection. Too hot over here.
Fine. I will... I need to get you coordinates for your ship's navigation computer.
Yeah.
It's a hidden location. You can meet me there. We can discuss this in person.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'll, where... 1 second. And I just mute. I call or speakerphone Piani and ask him if it's safe to give... Is it safe to give someone the navigation coordinates of the ship? Should I do that? Is that good?
What do you mean, like where we're at?
I think so, yeah. I think that I don't understand all this computer business.
What? I mean, they could scan and tell where we're at. I think it's safe to give it to them.
Okay, all right. Keep an eye out. I just close the...
Yeah, we doing it.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I call, all right, I unmute. I'm just like, yep, I can get you those numbers right now if you just stay on the line.
I'm waiting.
Okay, I do whatever I have to do to get those numbers and then send it to him.
Okay. All right. So the ship gets new coordinate information comes up and asks you would you like to accept the new trajectory? You can just hit the button and it'll take you that way.
Yeah, I hit
Okay.
it.
All right. So he just says it looks like the connection was accepted. I will see you in a few hours.
Okay.
Senior Johnson.
How many? It's Mr. How many people can we expect?
He hangs up.
Oh.
Okay. I guess I tell the crew what just happened.
Okay.
And that he hung up at the very end, so we might be going into a trap.
Eric's just hanging around, and he's got a Matador outfit on.
What the fuck?
Where
did you get a Matador
Why do you have a
outfit?
Matador outfit? What?
Was that in your inventory, dude?
Yeah.
Check.
Check it
Totally.
out, man.
Here
Check
it
it.
is. Let me hang on. Let me just.
Yeah, Adam, I'm in my Zeppelin.
Yeah, it's right there. Uh-huh.
Sure. Yeah.
Yeah, white shirt, red sash, black pants. I'm ready to host us.
Right.
Okay.
Looking slick.
All right. I guess we're going there.
Okay.
If we can, I ask Piani or Alfaris, whoever would do it, to scan whatever it is that we're going to and try to get as much information on what it is that we're about to get into.
This is not on Onitsa,
It is.
Oh, it is.
so I can't go.
Oh, okay.
Well, it's on Onitsa, but it's remember the Purity Initiative, they're a relatively new government, so they're still firming up their control. This must be you can see just on the map because you get a full scan of the planet. It's just out in the hinterlands. It's in the mountains somewhere. So you're theoretically outside the scanning range of the authorities trying to get in and out of the cities.
Then I guess with us heading in that direction, and me piloting, I would look over my shoulder at Mr. Higgins and say, "We are going into a fairly unrestricted place. We should be outside of the Purity Initiative. It's okay if I go there, as long as you're okay with breaking the
Law.
Yeah. Me and breaking the law is like. Then I just stare at him. See
He
how
says,
fucking
"I
annoying
don't-
that is? How far?
I don't
Finish your
understand."
sentences.
He meant
like-
white on rice.
He like turns back to piloting and just like under his breath says like, "Fucking son of a stupid! You try having a bad voice." I realize what happened here. It's not good.
I just like shake.
Keeps like hunches his shoulders and drives forward. Just
All right. So the location, yeah, like I said, it appears to be a like a facility, like a concrete like bunker in the mountains outside the scanning range of the city, the nearest city. And it takes you about an hour to get there. You come down into the atmosphere just as the sun is setting on the other side of Oninsa. So by the time you get into the mountains, it's quite dark. So I think we see the landing pad for the ship under the like yellow like landing lights at the bottom, and the Swan Song comes to rest on this pad. And outside, we can see, like looking at it from outside the ship, several like armed men and women approaching the ship, like maybe a half dozen, cautiously, not like in a like guns up tactical way, but they're armed. They have weapons in hand, and they're approaching the ship.
I would hit the comms then and say, "It looks like we have visitors. They're armed.
How many?
Approximately."
The number?
Yeah, like I said, it's like a handful. It's like 9 or 10.
Okay. All right.
It's like a 2 handfuls, I guess. He says over the comms.
All right. I got it.
Okay.
Well, what are we supposed to? Should I hide?
Well, I think these men are going to help us get in, so no, you probably shouldn't hide. If anything, you should
Alright.
probably be down there so they don't think we're hiding something.
All right.
So we'll
I'll
go down
wheel
as the 4
myself
of us.
down there.
And
Yeah.
Pi, you stay inside. And if I say the word sugar plums, you fire the sand thrower at them. Understood?
Oh my god, the sand thrower.
Pi just looks at you.
Pi, a yes or no, please.
Back over
I-
comms. The word is sugar plums.
I
It's 2
understood.
words.
I understood what you said, Higgs.
It's a phrase. I understand that, Alfarius. It's a phrase, Pi. Not
I
two
got your
words.
back.
Okay.
Eric is packing his heat. He's got both of his shotguns on his back. He's got his
Are
mesh
you by
woven
chance
body armor.
still dressed as a matador?
The woven body armor is under the Matador outfit.
There's no way
Excellent.
you can fit woven body armor under a Matador's
What?
outfit.
You can't? I thought it was like
Hell no.
nanofibers.
Nanofibers still, like, have you seen a Matador outfit?
Adam, I'm looking at my
Those
character
pants are
sheet
tight.
right
Have you
now.
seen a lingerie
Okay,
matador
it-
outfit?
it-
If
says-
you want to
it
look,
says-
Steven, if you want to push me, you don't even have a Matador outfit, so...
Boom.
How can you say that about
Oh,
Eric?
DM, please! Can I have a
didn't have it
matador
on your
outfit?
You gotta give me a
Just-
roll for that, Adam. Come on.
No, you don't just get to roll for stuff. You can just make up things you just claim to have had. Because
No.
look, if I let you do it, Jeff's going to be like...
But
"I got
Adam,
this
that's
here, Bob.
good
I got
role
six-
playing. That's
I got
good
6
role
nukes."
playing, Adam.
I already have a pet alligator that's also part hippopotamus.
Yeah,
so I
right?
don't
See, that's what I'm
understand
saying. Yeah,
Adam,
now
I
everybody's
would
just
like-
got everything.
I would like to test my resources to see if I have a Matador outfit or not.
No, you'd have to go buy one.
the-
I'm just saying, you can,
Does
One of
anyone
my
have
beliefs
culture
is
matador?
fanciness.
you can
Anyone
have the
culture-
Matador outfit. You can have the Matador outfit if you want, but I'm just saying it's like, it's a tight outfit. It's not meant to put body armor underneath. I'm sorry.
Fine. I was under the impression woven body armor was like skin tight mesh stuff, but all right. I'll go with your ruling on this one, Adam.
Yeah. I'm just saying.
Conflict resolution. And that's how Steven was able to walk around ridiculously in this serious world.
So anyway,
As a matador.
I want to know who's greeting your friends outside.
I'm down there.
Uh,
I go down. for
I
sure.
park, get out of the straps and stuff like that, and Alferez takes his position as head of security pretty seriously. He makes his way there if someone wants to stop him, but he kind of thinks he's the one that should be there.
Yeah, I'm fine with you being there.
Okay. And then as we get to the door, he says, he looks at you very seriously, kind of checks his rifle and says, "Wiwi Tori Kwahili."
I just kind of like, I nod very passively and with a straight face. Yes, the bazingas are hot.
And then he turns to the door and says, "Fuck yeah."
And then we just both turn stoic face, and maybe there's like a little confusion on my face, and then it just like fixes very quickly to a stern face again. I open the door.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So the thing comes down. A couple of the people nearby like bring up their guns, not like aggressively pointing them at you, but they have them like at the ready to get them pointed at you. And there's a guy who you can only see him kind of in silhouette because the light is quite harsh from behind him. He's wearing just like military like uniforms or camo, basically. He has a pistol, but it's not in his hand. And he says, over the sounds of the engines powering down, he's like, "Which one of you is Johnson?"
I'm Johnson. And I look towards Alpharius and maybe nod a couple times. And what?
He nods and says, he doesn't say anything, but yeah.
Who am I speaking to?
He says, "My name is Commander Ibarra. I'm in charge around here."
And what
And
do
he, like,
you
waves.
command?
He's like, "Come over here."
You come over here.
Are the guns still pointed at us?
They're pointed in your general direction.
And stop pointing the guns at us.
Yeah. Alferez kind of looks at him and says, "Please have your men lower their weapons."
I'm going to be honest with you, Johnson. I don't trust you.
Well, I don't trust you either.
You called me looking for help.
I did. I did not have called you for guns pointed at me. To be. All right, we need to meet me in the middle, one step at a time.
Okay.
And so
All
we
right.
just
So
like
the two of you both walk towards each other.
Yeah.
And now you can see him because you've got a little bit of the backlight before, and he's got a beard that probably not too long ago was like, cut very like, severely and intentionally groomed, but it's grown out a lot. He looks very stressed out. He looks like older than he is because like there's a weight. He's got a beret on, and then like I said, the military uniform, and he's got a couple of like medals. And on his arm, there's a patch of like a red fist. And he looks you up and down, and puts his hand out to shake your hand.
Yeah, I shake his hand.
And so you shake his hand, and he's like, "That's better. You behave like men."
What were we? Well, yes.
And he looks around, and he's like, "Your ship. I think I've seen it before."
You have not.
He kind of like squints at you. He's like, "No, I think I have. You've
Nope.
been here before."
I have. Maybe. What's it to you?
I just like to know who I'm doing business with. Things for my group are dangerous right now. I need to know if I can trust you.
Well, I mean, how can I help build that trust? If trust is a ladder, how do I move up a peg?
Come inside.
That's a lot of trust.
He shrugs.
Your men stay outside with my man, and I'll go in with you.
He takes another like long like look up and down at you and kind of gives this shrug like, "Yeah, I could take you," and then gestures over his head towards the door. He's like, "Very well, come with me."
All right, Alfarius, I'll be right back.
He gives a nod, says, "I'll be standing right here." And then he just kind of
I just turn and walk. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So he leads you inside. It's very Spartan in here, just like concrete building that's kind of half built into the mountain. It doesn't look like anyone like lives here, like they've come here from somewhere else. There's a comms room that you walk by that looks like pretty like run down. And you get back to a room that just has like 3 fold-out tables and or 3 fold-out chairs and a table in it. And on the table, there is like a lighter and a pack of cigarettes that he picks up when he comes in, and he like knocks a cigarette out of the pack, puts it in his mouth, does it again, and offers one to you.
Ah, that stuff will kill you. No, thank you. And I take it and ask for a light.
All right. So he lights the cigarettes and he gestures for you to sit down.
I sit down.
Okay. All right. So he sits down and he says, "So you understand, we're in a bit of a tight spot. If you want us to help you, we're going to have to get to know each other a little better, Mr. Johnson."
Well, I do not sleep with men.
Kind of squints at you. He's like, "I don't have time to fuck around, Higgs. I know you. I know your ship. I know you've been here before. The only reason we are having this conversation is because you knew Raoul. This is the only chance you get. If you fuck with me, we'll never speak to you again.
I thought we were getting to know each other.
I want you to get to know me now.
It's very aggressive.
I'm not going to tolerate any bullshit from you. I know how you work. I've been told. You're going to pay me. My men are going to help you. Then you're going to get the fuck off my planet, and you're not going to come back.
How much does that cost?
This is very dangerous for us, but you're lucky. We are underfunded. To get your crew into Suzaka City, I think 20,000 credits. I can give you fake visas. The cyborg, he's going to have to stay well hidden. Keep him on the ship. The Purity Initiative, some of them, they don't check visas.
Okay, you said to get on. How much to get off?
To get away from the planet, that's going to be a bit trickier. They're going to check the ship. Does this person know that they're being taken away? How long are you going to be able to keep up the charade? If they kick up a fuss, I can promise nothing.
We'll deal. It shouldn't be a problem, I don't think. 20,000 in, how much out?
Another 20. We'll give you codes. You can pass them on to customs. They'll let you go. They're one-time use only, so you have to understand that this is us sacrificing these codes for you. That means if me, my sister, my wife, we have to get off the planet, we have to find new codes.
Well, I never caught your name.
He says, "My name is Joaquim."
Well, Joaquim, is there anyone else that we could, use those codes for on our way out? Maybe for half the price.
He shakes his head. He's like, "No, you don't understand me. We are on Nita Libre. We are not leaving this planet. I'm just saying, if we need to use the codes to smuggle later, my wife, my daughter, they're not going with you. I understand what you're trying to do, but that's not how it's going to work."
Well, I need some time to talk to my crew. If you can give me 10 minutes.
Yes, of course.
All right. 1 second. I guess I just go. Can I have the room, sir?
He kind of squints at you. Your friends are all on the ship.
I just walk out.
Okay.
Just go back to the ship. And I guess I pass Alfarius. I'm just like, I need to talk. Well, yeah, go ahead and come inside. We're fine. And I
Kind
go,
of backpedals, looking at everyone, points at a couple of them, then walks back on the ship.
and I guess I go to. I would assume by going to Piani's room, Eric is there as well, or something.
I don't know. Eric's probably like, tinkering or whatever. I feel like, yeah. I mean, he's too awkward to actually hang out with Piani.
Okay.
So just like nervously tinkering in the engine.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I guess I like call you in over the speakers and say, "Come to Piani's room."
Okay. Yep. I show up at the door.
Okay. As you get there, I tell you guys, 40,000. It's 20 in, 20 out. They'll give us codes to leave. We'll be able to get in. Is that what are we getting paid for the job?
I think like 30. It's more about that Rajani asked you to do it for her.
Right. Yeah. So I tell them, I'm like, we'll be making negative 10,000 for this or thereabouts, but I think we should do it.
Maybe if we do this for Rajani, she will owe us a favor.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe it's worth the investment.
I would agree. I don't mind pitching in someone if someone doesn't want to. I think
I
think
I
Tim-
only have 1,000 credits.
All right.
You will most likely need to pitch in for him.
Yes. Alfarius, can I count you in for 10?
The DM never quantified my money, so we can only assume it's limitless.
I don't know how much money you would have.
Yes,
Okay.
I'm filthy rich. It's part of my character as of now.
Piani, you got 10?
Fucking 10,000 credits? Yeah, I do.
Okay. Well, then this is the plan. I'm going to go give them the money. We'll get the stuff. We'll sneak in. We'll do the job. We'll use the codes to get out. Then we'll go back to the Galaxy planet. Does that all work? All right.
All right.
Eric,
you can
get a
have the
fucking
money.
job. Eric, get a job. I'm serious.
Well,
Do I pay you now? I give you the credits now?
Yeah, I assume so.
Fuck.
I'm here for a job. You haven't paid me yet.
Eric, we don't pay people around here. All right. Get used to it. Get a job.
I'll go look on Spaced In.
Eric, don't
outta
play
here.
with me. I get the money from Alfarius.
Yep.
Like, walk back over to the commander.
Okay.
Give him the money.
Okay. So you make the transfer, and he's like finishing his second cigarette when you come back to him, and he's got his like laptop, basically his like military laptop open, and he transfers the funds and stubs out the cigarette, and he looks up at you and he's like, I have to admit, I'm a little surprised. I expected a lot more back and forth, fucking around. You have a reputation. I'm impressed. Good job. So he unplugs it, and he hands you a disc, and he says, upload this into your computer. It has all the information you need, visas, what have you. You have a computer expert on the ship, someone who manages these things.
Yeah, it seems everyone but me.
Have them take a look at it for you.
Okay, what would you like me to have them look for?
Nothing in particular, just they'll need to fill in some of the blanks. Names, photographs, that sort of thing.
Okay. All right. Hey, let's say we get out of this unscathed. Is there anything we can do to help the cause?
That VIP you're traveling with, make sure he doesn't come back.
Okay. Well, that's easy. All right. Well, I kind of like look around the room and tip my euphorical hat to him, and you have a good day, sir. I'm gonna go. Have a good day.
Okay.
Just walk back over to the ship.
Sure. Yeah, so you get back to the ship with the disc, and everybody gets, I guess you all get back on, and they go back into the base, and you leave, I guess. What are you going to do with the...
Well, I give the stuff to Piani to look at
Okay.
and fill in.
I can look at it.
Okay. So as promised, it's like transponder codes for the ship. It's like faked manifests, and there are like passports, basically passports and visas, for cybernetically enhanced individuals to temporarily be allowed on the planet.
And I have I have 2 of these.
It looks like you need to provide the details for them, but it looks
Okay.
like it was generated to be a diplomat and their retinue. So that's the excuse, right? That they're like, we're big important foreign people from another planet. We're cyborgs. You can't just kidnap us just because you don't like them on your planet. So there's it's a diplomatic immunity thing.
Okay. So, I guess I'll roll to apply our credentials to these then? Or
yeah, you don't really have to. You don't
What do I
have
need
to
to do?
roll. No, you don't have to roll. It just takes some
Great.
time.
Okay. I get
Yeah.
to work.
Okay. All right. So so you get that all filled out and sent to each person's comm pads. Who's the diplomat?
Alfarius.
Do you guys tell him
Yeah.
that, like he's sitting at the pilot seat or something like that?
I don't think the diplomat should be, I'm sorry, someone cybernetically enhanced, including myself.
Well, I'm much too normal to be a diplomat. Maybe Eric.
But I'm the hostess.
Not anymore, Eric.
You're also the diplomat. We wear many hats on the Swan Song.
I can be the diplomat.
Science once told us of a chameleon. Once upon a time, and that is now you.
Okay. Can I be a Hovaden diplomat?
Sure. I mean, it's all customizable. Peony can make you seem like you're from wherever you want to be from.
Eric, if anyone asks, I don't know, just lie if anyone asks you questions. Just make shit up. Make sure it all is one cohesive web and just get them stuck in it.
Oh yes, Mr. Higgins. I'm very good at lying.
Eric, just don't talk to anyone.
Okay.
Be better that way. Piano, we all good?
I think we're good. Well, I'll need some time to get this done, but would be good.
All right. Alfarius, you gotta stay on the ship. I hope you understand that.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right, I think we're good. Pi, you got those drinks ready for me?
Yeah, Pi turns around and has a tray with a bunch of drinks on it.
Getting better, Pi. You spilled some right there. I start going over to the nav computer to get us into port.
All right. So when you start heading into, you get back into the sort of security bubble of the planet, and the customs of the government pings the ship for information, and you feed them the fake data that you bought from Aninsa Libre. Yep, they process it and. They give you a location that you can dock at, and the guy on the comm with you that's giving you the information and taking your data tells you that it's the compad closest to the Hovaden embassy. So he's like, yeah, well, we'll put you down close to the embassy, and you get you get your coordinates and you head off to that docking facility. So when you dock, you're given basically a walkthrough rundown of here's what's going to happen. So you've already passed through the initial security check, right? Your codes to the ship check out. You're going to be subjected to safety protocols. That's where they're going to need to check your visa. Following that, a brief interview, and then you'll be allowed to continue on your way. So you land, and it's not too long before there's a knock on the ship door.
I kick Eric to go answer it. Actually, I guess the diplomat wouldn't be answering it. A servant would.
Well, like, just really quick, Eric is kind of like, so, what kind of a diplomat am I?
I don't know, Eric. You got to make it up on the fly.
I'm supposed to be meeting this man to discuss something?
Works for me.
Piani,
What?
do we know of any communications with this man that perhaps lead him to expect a diplomat?
I do not know.
Okay. Maybe it's just that I am escorting him to what's the name of the system?
Yeah.
Galaxy? Yeah. I'm-
Well, Galaxy is the place that he's not supposed to know he's going. He wants to go to
Oh,
Strophios. Yeah.
Got it. So, all right. So I'm pretending to take him to Strophios and then
So
like-
one thing though, because can you roll culture Hoveda for me?
yeah. I was gonna get like where's my roll 20? I was gonna get Piani to tell me about Strophios so that I can make a convincing like, oh yeah, we're gonna go to this place and that place. Oh, that's supposed to be a +1 actually.
Okay.
Holy shit, doesn't matter.
Well, Jesus fucking
Yeah,
Christ.
I'm sure this is a great plan, and you're not missing or forgetting anything important.
Yep.
Yeah. Griffin agrees.
Little
Okay,
did
great,
they
awesome.
know.
Yeah, like I guess I'm a Hovadan diplomat who's going to be escorting this guy to Strophios. Piani, can you tell me a little bit about Strophios so that I know more of what to discuss with this man we're meeting?
What the hell would I know about Strophios?
Well, you have access to a computer that can look up information about Strophios.
Oh, do you want me to look it up? It's different from me telling you.
Yes.
I can look up some information, or I will roll for it.
Okay. I mean, you can't roll computers to just like pull information out of thin air, but you could roll something like a culture roll or.
Okay. Well, I have 0 in culture criminal
Mm-hmm.
and 1 in computers.
Yeah.
So 2d6 plus 1 sounds.
Well, you can't. I mean, you can't. Like I'm saying, you can't just roll computers because like it doesn't matter how good you are at computers. It's not going to like teach you political underpinnings of the
course.
system.
And
Well,
will
not with that
just-
attitude. Yes.
I will just roll off of
Okay.
my
And so what you're looking for is information about Strophios.
yes.
Okay.
That I feel like would be important for a diplomat to know.
Okay, information on Strophios. So, Strophios is the adopted homeworld of the New Prophet movement. They're a religious movement. It's currently under like fairly heavy lockdown. It requires like specific like handed out like codes to get onto the planet. Like ship captains have to have codes to break the like planetary blockade, because the New Prophet is under a period of like taking over the government of the planet, basically. Yeah. See, with an 8. Yeah, you remember something about the New Prophet. You're not from that area of space, and like religious studies is not really a thing, but you remember there's some connection between the New Prophet and Hoveda, but you can't remember what it is or why.
Is that something that he tells me?
I don't know.
Or Piani, rather. Do you tell me that, Piani?
I mean, whatever I figure. I naturally know nothing about this particular.
Yeah. Nobody gives a shit about the New Prophet where you're from, man. On Majid, it's all about
Exactly.
cash money and the Mandarins. That's it.
Yeah.
I wish
But-
I could give you more.
But did you mention that there's something about Hoveda and the New Prophet? You said no, you don't.
I mean, I imagine you'd mention everything that I just told, like Piani, everything I just told you. You'd mention that to Eric, right?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
I mean, I
Okay.
wouldn't hold anything back for certain.
Yeah.
No,
Sure.
I'm
But,
trying
like-
to help my fellow
Maybe you're
Maybe
kind
a
of like,
supper.
hey, Eric, isn't there something between Hoveda and the New Prophet? And I'm kind of like, oh, I don't know, but you think there is? Well, I could send a message, maybe, to someone and try to find out.
I'll help you.
Oh, okay. That would be very nice. Like, interstellar messages like that take a long time to, like, come
Yeah,
back.
because
dude.
a ship leaving the system will pick it up and drop it
Right.
off at the next
Yeah.
exchange terminal. And it's like the more ships going to a place, the more information gets carried there.
Crap. Like, I don't have any, like, I don't know. Like, hearing this information doesn't jog my memory enough to get me another roll or
No,
let me look anything up.
Not with a 2, it doesn't.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Your
Well,
character sheet definitely has nothing more for you.
Yep, I guess I'm kind of like, I kind of furrow my brow. Maybe I have a faint recollection of what you're saying, but I never paid attention to how people relate to each other anyway, so I don't give a shit. Yeah, I'm kind of like, well, I guess I'll try to avoid talk about Hoveda. Maybe I should tell them I'm from Sigrid. You don't remember anything about Sigrid, do you?
Sigrid?
Okay.
I do.
I mean, in relation to the New Prophet.
I don't. What the fuck is the New Prophet? This doesn't concern me.
Okay, Piani.
I'm sorry, I just don't know. Ask me about computers, systems, artificial intelligence even. I can tell you something. New Prophet? I don't know shit.
It'll be all right. Okay. So I guess I go get into the cargo hold and get ready to receive.
Okay. All right. So you head into the cargo hold, and I guess open the door. Are you there by yourself?
Like, I guess Pi is there as the bartender. And I don't think that we wanted anybody else there because the other two are cybernetically enhanced. So yeah, I guess that's it.
Yeah, I guess I
Okay.
would be down there as well, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Higgs?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Sure.
All right. So you open the door. Outside, there's just like a guy by himself. He's unarmed. The air outside when the door comes down is like a little cool and like very clean smelling. You can hear like birds outside somewhere. It's like early morning, like probably still just the edges of dawn. The sun hasn't come all the way up. The guy looks like up onto the ship and he sees you, and he says, in I guess Arabic, he says like, "May I come on?" You speak Arabic, right?
Well, I figure being from Hoveda, I probably do.
Yes. Okay. So he says, he says, "May I come on board, please?"
Do we know his name? Do I know his name?
No, he's just a customs guy.
Okay, yeah. I speak back in Arabic. I say, yes, of course, please, by all means.
Okay. So he steps up on board, and he like kind of takes a long look around as he does, and he says to you, "Assalamu alaikum, friend. Welcome to Aninsa."
I make the appropriate reply.
It's alaikum salam.
Oh, okay.
Alaikum salam, brother.
You're gonna remember that because you're gonna have everyone from Hoveda who speaks Hovedan is gonna say that to you.
What's the greeting?
Assalamu
Salam
alaikum.
Salam.
You can look it up. It's a thing.
Salami alaikum.
And then the reply is like salam.
Wa alaikum salam.
I feel like
Like-
when Higgs
Like of salam.
would hear that for the first time, he would just start laughing to himself. He would just start chuckling to himself. He wouldn't say why. He would like try to turn and just start laughing.
Yeah, I think Eric just kind of gives Higgs a frosty glare, and then I say back in Arabic to this man, I say, "I'm sorry, my friend here is not culturally sensitive."
You say it like that?
Well, I'm speaking Arabic.
Yeah, I don't
Oh.
understand any of that.
So he looks at him and then he looks at you and he says, he shrugs and he says, "I understand. He is the captain of the ship,
Yes.
and you are coming here from.
Sigrid. And I just like smile a big smile and like
He looks, yeah, kind of like
point to
looks
the
you up and
beard.
down. Yeah, I mean, he's not. It's funny because neither of you are like Arabic. You're like he's Spanish,
yeah.
and you're Scandinavian looking. So he like looks, yeah, he looks you up and down, and he says, "Then we are both far from where we began.
Yes.
How long do you intend to stay on the planet?"
A day at most. We're here to pick up a diplomat.
And he says, "Do you mind if I take a look around?"
I'll have to confer with the captain, but it shouldn't be a problem. And I turn to Higgs. I say, Mr. Higgins, the customs agent would like to look around the ship.
How much? Okay. Higgs just like turns around about face, starts walking towards the rest of the ship, to where he gets a good enough distance away, and he's warning Piani and Alfarius that someone's going to be checking the ship, so to be careful.
Yeah, well, this is like the expected security checkpoint, right? We've got their like executive clearances for, or what is it, like their diplomatic visas?
Yeah, you have like appropriate papers for everybody on the ship.
Yeah. So like, I turn back to the customs agent and say, you can follow the captain.
He nods. He looks at Higgs, and in
I still have
English.
to hide those, our understanding, right? Because
No, because we have papers for you now.
Oh.
That's what the guy gave us.
Yeah, he gave us. We got fake visas.
then Alfarius is laying in his bed with the covers over his body with his eyes closed and his deactivated mohawk and beard.
Nice.
Okay.
The lights off.
Is that how you sleep?
Fuck no. He
Okay.
sleeps with he plays movies through his beard and hair and stuff like that.
Oh man, beard flicks. I'm into
Beard
it.
flicks.
If you're gonna pay what he paid to have that kind of augmentation, man, you gotta make use.
There you go. There you go.
Loves it.
All right, yeah, I show the guy through the ship.
Okay, so as he's walking down the hall, he's sort of like looking around at things and stopping every once in a while. He's got a data pad that he like punches things into, and he asks you sort of innocuous questions as you go. So he says to you, Higgs, he's like, "This is a freight ship, isn't it?
Yep.
But
Yep.
you've retrofitted it to pick up high-class passengers. Interesting.
Yeah, it's good business.
Is it? Where was your last job?"
Space.
See,
my
he
God.
narrows his eyes at you, and then it's like he smiles like, "Ah, I see."
I've never been able to picture Higgs more perfectly when he said
Space.
Space.
Okay. So you get to the engine room. He takes a look around, and he says, "Interesting. Also modified. Powerful for a ship this size."
Well, we like to keep it warm. Space is cold, you know.
Yes, it is.
We're not in a far... I'm dumber than shit, sir. I don't know what you think I could be doing with extra power or a freighter ship becoming
Please,
a...
Captain, please.
Oh,
There's no need to get
You're
upset.
making me nervous, sir. All right? All these fucking questions. I fucking...
Cursing seriously is one of the things we do not allow.
I just kind of like keep my mouth shut after that.
Yeah, he's like, "If it will make it easier for you, please, I will ask you questions. You tell me the answer as succinctly as you can, and we'll get all of this over with quickly. I have several other ships I need to inspect this morning."
Okie dokie.
So he walks by, and you get to the sort of crew quarters hallway, and he says, "And how many members are there on your crew?
4.
And you're all coming from Sigrid.
Yep.
How long were you on Sigrid?
3 weeks.
And what were you doing there?"
work.
Could you be more specific?
It's confidential. We have our employers. We don't like to talk about them, and they don't like us talking about them either. I'm sure you understand.
I sort of lean over and I just say, it's diplomatic work.
Diplomatical.
He looks at Eric and then looks at you. He's like, I understood the diplomat. Thank you.
Okay. All right. I'm sorry.
What? And again, like this is all kind of as you're walking. He's like, what kind of weapon system does the ship have?
We got a sand thrower.
Have you ever been boarded before?
We were boarded once, but we had different. The people that we were escorting at that certain point in time were able to defend themselves.
All right. And do you have any contraband on board the ship?
Well, I like to get drunk. That's about it.
He looks at you, and he's like, "Can you take me to where the food and drink is prepared on the ship?"
Oh yeah. You want a drink? Yeah. We're going to the mess hall.
Okay.
I just take him to the mess hall.
So you head to the mess hall, and he has a shoulder bag that he puts on the counter, and he takes out a it looks like a chemistry set. Like he opens it, and there's some like vials, and he says, "I'm sorry, this should only take a moment. Just a brief chemical screening."
Are you gonna dirty my liquor?
He says, "I don't intend to touch your alcohol, sir."
Oh.
And so he takes a little like swab and like swabs a couple of different places in the ship, like under like a table, and puts them in the vials and like shakes the vials, and they like change different colors. He makes notes on his data pad and puts them back. He closes the kit, and you end up on the bridge. And he looks around and he says to you, and he switches to Arabic, and he says to you, "This is a very unorthodox ship for a diplomat."
I sort of shrug my shoulders and say, honestly, it's the most comfortable ride I've had.
I've seen ships from the Hovaden Diplomacy Corps before. They're different than this. I'm surprised you're traveling in such a low-class environment.
Well, it's been some time since I've been involved with Hoveda. Nowadays, in my work for Sigrid, I don't mind using an environment like this. Flies under the radar better.
He nods. Very well. I think I have everything that I need here.
Did you need to see the other two crew members?
No, I have their papers. It's fine. They'll be passing through quarantine at any rate.
Good. I wouldn't want to offend the cultural sensibilities of this planet.
That's good. I'm going to give you some advice. Your enhanced crew members, while they may have the appropriate papers to be on the planet safely, not everyone in the government or the populace accepts this quite so easily. You should be careful with them, both in their presence and they themselves should be careful.
It was my understanding and promised to me that they were primarily behind-the-scenes actors. I'll be sure to convey your concerns to the captain.
If you could operate your business here as quickly as possible, it would be best for everyone on the crew. Now, I need to process these samples, and he kind of gestures to his bag, but I'm sure everything will be fine.
All right, well, lick a salami.
He turns and looks at you, looks back at you, and he just shakes his head. He's like, "You see what I'm saying about the ship?" And he he goes to leave.
Yep.
Did you like? I learned his language while I was here. Did you like that, Eric?
That's not quite how it's pronounced.
That's how it's said.
Okay.
So I didn't know the paperwork makes Alferis legal here.
Yeah, I mean, sort of legal. You're extra legal, right? Like it's Hoveda has a similar thing where like slavery is illegal in Hovaden space, but if you already own slaves, you can pay them a tax basically to keep your slaves around. Because it's legal in other sectors, like Majid, slavery is totally legal. So if you're a Majidi Mandarinate agent and you want to go with your slaves somewhere else, you just have to pay for it. Here, you apply for this this visa that allows you to be on the planet and not like kill on site, but you're still illegal, right?
Okay.
And also, like, I mean, we all know there are like parts of the country where certain things are legal, but many people in the general population still hate those things.
Yeah, exactly. It's like you might be able to drink a beer in a country that's ruled by like fundamentalist Islam, but there's also a pretty good chance someone will pick a fight with you if they see you doing it.
So,
Yep.
Adam, would it be assumed that like Alfarius would be much less received than someone like me if I had like it covered up?
If you just wear sunglasses or something, yeah, people probably won't even notice.
Right.
Yeah, I don't know why we're freaking out. It's normal eye, otherwise, isn't it?
Right.
No,
right.
it's very obviously like
No.
It's gigantic,
artificial eye.
purple, and okay.
No, but it looks like it has circuitry and weird shit in it. You'd look at it and go, "That's not."
It's not
An
a human
eyeball
eyeball.
that-
You know those
when I-
googly eyes you put on like sock puppets? That's how I picture it, like a gigantic googly eye. Just kind of.
Yeah. Rolling around.
They said it was ancient. It's just fucking ridiculous. Like,
It literally is a googly eye.
I
It's
can
from
see the
Earth.
future. We're like, yeah, well, you look like a fucking clown, so you better see the future.
So so you he leaves, and before he goes, he assures you like we'll get in touch. Please don't leave your ship until you have clearance, and then he walks off to the next ship that he needs to examine.
Cool.
That went pretty well, don't you think? Did I play the fool?
Very well.
I thought you did good. Nice work.
Thank you. I'm gonna go have a drink. That was stressful as fuck. So that's what I do. I go and get a drink.
Okay. Right.
Do we need to take the ship to quarantine, or
No,
is that like
no,
You
no.
have to wait, right?
Okay.
Yeah, you have to go through like the ship is cleared, then you'll
Okay.
have to go wait in line and walk through a thing and
Got it.
whatever.
So what's the name of the diplomat that we're meeting?
He is Lauren DeSoto. He is an exemplar. That's his title.
I get like, who knows about this guy? Is it Higgs?
What do you mean?
Like, who can tell Eric more about who he's supposed to be meeting as a diplomatic liaison?
I feel like that's probably all anybody knows.
Yeah,
Okay.
we only were given a name, a location.
You're given a name and a
that's
location.
it. By Reggiani.
And what the hell planet are we on?
You're on Oninsa.
Right. Okay, great. Yep. Then that's all I'll go on when I meet him.
All right. You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's do it.
Perfect. All right. We'll take a quick break. We'll come back and go into hour 3. Still 2 hours left to go here on Roleplay Swan Song 30.5. I'm gonna do it 30.5.
Do it.
We'll be right back. We'll see you guys in just a bit.